Hello, everybody, and welcome to my channel. My name is Indy, and today I want to play some Animal Crossing New Horizons. So let's get on into that. I have been really wanting to play Animal Crossing lately. I haven't played in probably 6 to 8 months. So it's been kind of a while since I've really played the game, but I'm excited to be doing so. Because I haven't played the game in so long, this beginning portion is like super nostalgic for me. So it's really exciting to see Timmy and Tommy in the airport again. This is definitely not the first time I've started an island on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have 1,700 hours just on this Switch alone. That's kind of a lot. I realize that. But I've been playing since March of 2020. And Animal Crossing was definitely like a pandemic project for me. Anyway, let's get started with naming our character. But before we do that, I want to talk about the theme of my island. This is because I never really play as myself in Animal Crossing. I always base the name of my character on the theme of the island that I'm doing. So you might be wondering to yourself, what kind of island do you plan on doing? What is the theme of it? So let me answer that. I'll be doing a Studio Ghibli island. This island theme was voted on by people on my Twitter, and I love that theme. I absolutely do. I'm like super obsessed with the Studio Ghibli movies. I've probably seen all of them at least 10 times, and there's really no exaggeration there. I just love the movies that much. But as for the naming of my character and what movie I want to base that on, I'm basing the name of the character on one of my favorite Studio Ghibli movies, Princess Mononoke. And I want to name myself after the main character, which is Ashitaka. Now, since his name kind of like contains a curse word in the middle of it, I have to change the I into something else. I like to choose this dotless I. I think it looks the best and the most natural with the other letters in his name. This totally reminds me of like back in Gen 5 of Pokemon. Cofagrigus had to be nicknamed in order to trade it or use it online for a similar reason. Even though like the word itself isn't bad, like the name is a Pokemon or the name is a character in this case. It's just a little weird. Anyway, that's the naming of our character done. As for the birth date, I want to go with the release date for Princess Mononoke in Japan, and that was July 12th of 1997. So that looks right. So Ashitaka is a boy. I would go with this skin tone. I think this hair looks the best for now. He has brown hair. I like this eye shape for him. And pretty much every Studio Ghibli character has black eyes, so that is what we're going with. I always go with like the circular nose and the cat smile. I don't know why. It's probably because I think it looks the best. Anyway, that looks pretty good and accurate to the character. For now. I'm going to be playing this island in the Northern Hemisphere just because it's the easiest for me to know when the bugs spawn, the fish spawn, etc. And it makes more sense for the holidays and stuff that appear in the game. I live in North America. I am quite picky when it comes to the islands that I like to choose. None of these exactly fit my bill. The closest one is probably the bottom right. But I don't like the double facing river mouths facing south. I think that's probably one of the hardest islands to use and design on. But what my criteria for island maps are is I like resident services to be in line with the airport, but have enough room to be able to design around it. So if we look at the top right, that's about the distance I would want, but it's not in line with the airport, so I don't really want to choose that. Anyway, I'm gonna cut until I find a good map. Alright, I think I found the perfect map. It's gonna be the top left map. I like how far resident services is away from the airport. I like the central secret beach. I like that resident services is central to the airport and is in line with it. And I think that'll give us plenty of room to terraform and create a really nice entrance for the island. I'm really excited about this map. So let's choose that one. All right. So I don't know if this, like how I answer this question actually does anything. I think the big rumor back in the day was that it selected the color of your airport, but I think that's just a rumor. I've definitely only answered this question one way, and I always say something to kill time, and I've gotten all sorts of different airport colors. So to not break tradition, I'm gonna answer with something to kill time. Also, it kind of took like forever just to find the right map. So I'm so glad that I did. A whole storm just like blew past while I was looking for a map, and it stopped now. Which is kind of funny of how long it took. I love watching the opening cutscene because I haven't seen it in probably a year. I know I've said I last played the game 6 to 8 months ago, but the last time I restarted was over a year ago, so this is pretty nostalgic for me. It reminds me whenever the game was just announced and this was a footage that was being used to show off the game. Or at least parts of it are. I hope I get a green airport color. The only color that I'd reset for is blue. So hopefully I don't get that color. It only has to do with the theming of the island, not like because of the items in the Nook Stop. Oranges aren't that bad. Yellow airport, that's not the worst. I could roll with that. Agnes and Sheldon. Agnes I quite like as a sisterly. For me, there aren't a lot of good sisterlies, so I probably only like 3 or 4 of them. I like Phoebe, the horse Renee, Quinn, and I think that's it. Alright, let's go talk to Tom Nook so that we could get the tutorial all started. I really like that the resident services area is directly in the middle, like in line with the airport. It makes it super convenient to walk around. Anyway, I'm just gonna grab my tent from Tommy here. So what I like to do at the beginning of the game, whenever I reset, is that I like to put everybody, including my tent, on the beach. Just because I find it more convenient that the buildings are out of the way until I'm ready to decorate with them. Let's see, where should I put my tent? Kind of a big beach area, that's pretty nice. I think I'm gonna put it around here, hopefully, if it's not too close to the water. Yeah, it is. Oh, well, let's try up here. That's fine. Just gonna grab the other 2 and place their tents on the beach too. I think Sheldon's okay for a jock. He's definitely not my favorite jock. That probably belongs to Genji, Rudy, Dom. I don't know. I love those 3 villagers. Also, Sheldon's just not the best squirrel in general. But if when the time comes, I'm gonna kick him out or amiibo him out. Probably kick him out. As for the villagers of this island, I have them all planned out. I think that I'm gonna hunt for them because I think that will be more fun to do rather than amiiboing them in. Even though I have all of the amiibos. I haven't been on a villager hunt in forever, so I think it'll be really fun to hunt for the villagers that I'll be looking for. Time to talk to Tom real quick. I find the like day 0 tutorial tasks to be like really boring and just tedious to do, but fun at the same time. I know that's like contradictory. However, the music is like super relaxing and super nostalgic like during this part, so it's always nice to hear this song again. So while I grab these items, I kind of want to talk about my theme a little bit more and like why I chose for it to be an option on the poll that I ran. One, I absolutely love Studio Ghibli, as I've said before. Literally, I dislike none of their movies. Another reason is that I used to have a Studio Ghibli island. But I had to get rid of that island. So I had to reformat that Switch, and I didn't think of backing up my save for a few reasons. Primarily because that island was originally gonna be a cat island, so I named the island Paradise, like purr and paradise, and that didn't really fit the Studio Ghibli vibes, but I went with it anyway. Cause then I decided with this name, I should do an island just based around the Studio Ghibli cats. But there aren't that many Studio Ghibli cats to make a whole island of 10 villagers on. But I did eventually make it into just a Studio Ghibli island. I worked really hard on that island. It was all made on a Switch Lite, and it was really tedious to make that island on such a small screen, and not being able to connect it to the TV was like a huge nuisance for me in building that island. I probably got about 85% done, but it was pre 2.0. It was pre a lot of the big updates in the game. So it's not like the best that a Studio Ghibli island could have been or could be. So I'm taking this opportunity to recreate, to redo that island and just try to do a better job and make it even more movie accurate than I can or than I could back then. And one of the other few reasons that I wanted to create a Studio Ghibli island is that I've seen a lot of pictures online for different Studio Ghibli builds, but I've never actually seen someone like do a whole Let's Play series of doing a Studio Ghibli island, or really explaining like what villagers they use and like why they think it's good for a Studio Ghibli island. And I want to do those things. I think it would be really fun and a really good idea to share with you guys my Studio Ghibli island and how I created it, to be like pretty transparent about it. But I'm like really excited to be doing this theme, as I said. I really miss my old island, like a lot. And at the time I vowed to like never delete that island. But as circumstances arose, I had to. Which I'm still pretty sad about. Anyway, we got all the items that Tom Nook needed, so let's go back to him with that. I do have the old dream address for my Studio Ghibli island. I'll link it down below so that you guys can come visit it. Because I did work really, really hard on that island. And I think that you guys would like to go through it. I think there are some really cool builds on there. And I did try to make them as movie accurate as possible. I know a lot of people didn't like that New Horizons like started you off on a deserted island. But I think that brings the charm of this game through. Like, you just started a new adventure, you're with 2 other villagers, and like the island feels like it's truly yours, and you feel like you're truly starting a new adventure. And I really like that about this game. Anyway, as we get to the naming portion for the island, I want to talk about the naming inspiration and why I chose Ashitaka to be the island representative for the island. I am going to have multiple human characters on this island to really bring everything to life. But I chose Ashitaka to be the island representative because I want to name the island Amishi, which is the tribe of people. The Amishi people are the tribe of people that Ashitaka comes from in the movie. Now, we don't get to see very much of Amishi, the Amishi village. We only see it for like the first 10 or so minutes of the movie. But I think it really fits considering I'm planning a sub-theme of Princess Mononoke and having like a forest core vibe to the island and kind of recreating Cedar Forest from the movie. So I think that fits the most. I could have named the island Irontown or Cedar Forest. Cedar Forest, from what I understand, is the actual name of the forest from the movie. But I don't think Irontown really fits because I don't want to recreate Irontown or anything like that. So I think Amishi works the best. And the reason why I say Princess Mononoke is kind of a sub-theme is because while I was figuring out what villagers to have on this island, I chose 5 villagers to represent characters from Princess Mononoke. I didn't exactly mean for that to happen, but it just kind of happened that way. And that's the reason that made me like decide that this island's gonna be like more Princess Mononoke based. But also because Princess Mononoke is my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. Anyway, let's grab our cot from Tom Nook. I always like seeing what colors of items that we get in the tent. I got the green radio and the light blue lantern. And I got my favorite cot. I don't like the color of the radio, but I like the color a whole lot of the lantern and the cot. This is definitely my favorite cot. KK's just gonna rant to us about making friends, playing with friends, using Switch Online, etc. Even says that he's rambling. I'm just glad we were able to get through the day 0 part pretty quickly and pretty efficiently, despite how long it took me to reset to find the perfect island map. So I think that this is a good place to stop. If you like the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. I plan on making part 2 really soon after this, so stay tuned for that. Anyways, I hope you have a good day, and bye!